This is a work of... Okay, never mind. Do I still have all my lights on? Yeah, I do. I have all the lights on. Hey, welcome everyone. This is FehtSama, and we're going to be playing a game called Moe Era. It's a free visual novel on Steam that I just found. It popped up. It got released like a couple days ago. So it seemed to be pretty popular. There was a couple reviews that were like, this should have been like $20 or more. Some people likened it to Doki Doki Literature Club, but other people were like, it's not Literature Club. It's not going to have any of that dark stuff. So I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping there's going to be some cute girls and just a really good story to go through. And I hope that you guys enjoy this playthrough. So I'm not familiar with visual novels in general. Let's see here. Window, full screen, that's fine by me. But I will try to remember to like save before important decisions come up. I just kind of don't have that in the back of my mind whenever I'm going through these visual things, and like if the choices in here matter, or if it's just going to eventually tell all the story anyhow. I don't really know like to preemptively to save before that happens. Now for my name here, what should I call myself? Let's see here. I am awful with names, and I don't know if I can do anything silly like Markiplier, like Morph. Let's see. I could call myself Earl. I don't know. Nah, not Earl. Nah. Let's see here. Good name. What would be a good name here? Why is it always with names? I am awful with names here. It doesn't really even like the sounds right now don't really evoke making something jokey. It seems more of like it's easier to go through as a genuine sort of thing. Well, it is anime-ish, moe-ish. I'll go Yuki, just cause I don't know why I laugh at myself. I'm a total weeb, but Yuki-kun will be Yuki-kun. Simple enough. Taya. Whoops. Now I've got your attention. Let's see. We've got the cute girl with glasses. Nice. Human attention span is way too short, so let's get straight to the point. You see, Yuki, they say that the vast majority of people will never amount to anything. Dang, that's harsh. But you're not one of them, right? It's a pretty harsh strike to the face. Yuki, why don't you tell us what's your life about? I'm so excited to learn all about you. My sounds so... Oh, wait, that was me responding, okay. Sounds so phony. So she's the sassy, teasing one. The other one is where it's like, oh, you're gonna be sweet to me? Oh, nope, you're brutally honest. I'm such a horrible actor. Hey, I thought we decided to get straight to the point. Yuki, we really need your help. Trust me, it's not a trivial issue. Look, Yuki. Oh, I pushed past the button. What did it say? It appears to be a little too empty, don't you think? Something about the story, I think, is what it is. The thing is, we've allegedly lost its content. We have too many lives on our hands. We use the word allegedly on purpose. See, there's another possible explanation for that gaping void. If your life is meaningless, there's nothing to write about. Oh, that must be like people trying to say that they've got like a thing like of a meaningless life. But I'm sure that's not the case with you, right? Right? Alright, so she's the coy one. And here we go, we got Nana over here. Come on, of course it's not true. But let's admit it, we're to blame. Luckily, everything can be fixed. You could just tell us what your life is about. But we would know if you were telling the truth. Well, she's kind of creepy. She's like sweet and innocent on the face, but underneath it's like, I'm not so sure. Instead, I think it's better to observe you for a while. That'll be the best way to fill in the blanks, don't you think? Don't worry, Yuki. We won't bother you for too long. Oh, and no alternate realities or time travel. We need you to be the real you. So I'm not going to be able to go back? That's why we conduct the observation in your natural habitat. We'll conduct the observation. Okay. Sounds a bit rude, I admit, but you get the point. Just be yourself, Yuki. A few days is all we need back to get the story of your life back. I'll do my best to make these days magical, you hear? You're guaranteed to create happy memories with that will last a lifetime. Have fun and just remember, life is about choices. So that's someone else, mysterious person, saying the word choices. I think. Psst, Yuki. Can you hear me? Not sure what happened, but I'm kind of stuck here. Come on, see for yourself. Here, I'm right here. We got the Matrix going on over there, the screen. The whiteboard, Yuki. Oh. Oh, cat girl. Hello, mortal. Oh, wait, the cat girl's talking to me? This little drawing? Or should I keep referring to you by name? Sorry, sorry I look like this. Can't you do anything? Well, at least I can change the vibe a bit. Oh. Okay. Much better now. By the way, I'm a living human girl. No, you're a drawing on a whiteboard. Don't believe me? Fine, I'll prove it. Okay. See, I walk on my 2 feet just fine. You have no choice but to admit it. I'm a real human being. I'm probably hallucinating is what I am. Maybe you're confused about my tail and cat ears, though? Well, I'm just lucky enough to have things like that. I'm a lucky girl. Do you believe in luck, Yuki? It's pretty stinking lucky to be a cat girl. Also implies so many different things. Not all of them great. I hope you do. Luck is crucial. See, your life is about choices you make. Guess what? To make a good one, you need luck. Which reminds me, you have plenty of luck to share. I have plenty of luck to share with you. From now on, every time you stand at the crossroads, just look around and you may see me. Well, maybe not every time. I do need to sleep, you know? Okay. Actually, I feel like taking a nap right now. You're going to have a memorable week this week. Who knows, maybe it's beginning of a new era. Please enjoy it, okay? Here goes. Well, I guess they said the visual novel is supposed to have a nice message to it, so looking forward to it. It feels like I ended up in some sort of tilted picture. If I decide to go straight, what's behind that corner in front of me, I wonder? Truth be told, I'm both curious and scared to check it out. Can't stop the feeling that someone is silently observing me. Ooh, the picture's getting all warpy. And why is there a different wallpaper on each wall? Oh, there is. I move closer and inspect the weird red arcade machine. It does kind of stand out. Alright, life purpose generator. Wow, here we go. Time to push the big red button. The life purpose generator. Oh, I guess purpose generator. Whoa. Now that's what I call a name. Press X to win. Press X to win. 187. Now it looks more like a slot machine. Whatever. I press the button. Let's see here. Numbers. 3 numbers, 187. What does it mean? Okay, I'll give it one more try. You totally did that on purpose. 424. Doesn't ring any bells. I think all three numbers should be the same to win something. Let's see. Well, a life purpose is worth giving it another go, that's for sure. 002. It gets more and more random over time. 313. 002, 313. What is this? One last attempt, and I'll call it a day. I'm trying to remember all these numbers, but we got Nihongo, Nihongo, Nihongo. I think that's what it is. It looks like it's saying that, if I remember, like, kanji. It might not be the full kanji, though, so... To my great surprise, I get 3 in a row, 3 hieroglyphs. If I'm not mistaken, it means Japan. Hey, wow, I'm more weebish than I thought. Japanese. Quite an entertaining slot machine, I must admit. Everything gets blurry. Japan, huh? Maybe that's where the cat girl is. Oh, right there in my face. Surprise. Well, it is a surprise to meet you. Rise and shine, Yuki. My wake-up call can't be this cute. Hey, you're finally awake. Hey, Nana. I was curious to see if you were alive. Just curious. No, not worried. Being worried is no fun. On a second thought, maybe I was curious in a worried type of way. How did you manage to fall asleep in such a weird pose? Was it that difficult to lay on the desk? Who knows? By the way, the dream was so bizarre, I managed to remember it. Hey, tell me, will you, pretty please? Was there anything lewd? What about me? Did I appear in your dream? Why am I trying to refer to you as lewd? You're like at high school at best. What about me? Yeah, let's see. You're blushing. It's confession time. It was a pure and innocent dream, Nana. Here goes. I do a quick recap of what happened in my dream. So I ended up with Japan, and then I woke up. How boring, and what's so special about Japan? I mean, we're here right now. Where else could they come up with such a marvelous idea like bringing us all here together? By the way, speaking of marvelous, you must see this. Oh, shit, the fucking, whenever it does the like text and then it skips to the next one, what is she saying? This class has 5 students with very different backgrounds. Yes, 5 students only. In the media, they call it a groundbreaking educational initiative aimed to promote diversity. The class is newly formed, and we're here for 1 year only, so it's more like an exchange program, heavily spiced with the media hype. Anyway, the reason I'm here is straightforward. I want to make my academic record stand out. The hype around this class makes it a perfect proving ground for my goal. 2 other girls entered the classroom. And then I just binge watch the whole series overnight. 10 episodes straight? Oh my. I've done it. Stranger Things. That was like hard to turn off. I watched one each morning while having a breakfast. I watched it all in one sitting, not one every morning. That's 10 times slower than me. Oh wait, so they're both talking about the same thing. Okay. She watched it every day of the week until it was over, and she watched it the one day. Okay. That's 10 times more I got to enjoy it. It's kind of true, you know. Once it was over, I was just like, okay, well, I guess I watched it. Now what? And then years go by, and season 2 came out, and I watched that one too. And didn't watch season 3 though. I don't know how many seasons are on at the moment. Hey, check it out. I can't believe my eyes. What can't you believe your eyes about? Let's see. It's not very easy to identify like who's speaking because the name's sort of part of the background. My eyes don't focus on that very well. Gift voucher for 2, and that's at Dorsai. How'd you swing that? Lucky, I guess. I'm surprised to see them distributing gift vouchers. Yeah, they said it's an experiment. Who do you plan to go together with, Nana? Not sure yet, but I need somebody who knows how to have a good time. I think I know a suitable candidate. Maybe even in this room. I'll keep that in mind. But you haven't seen everything. Check it out. Oh, we got some cat pictures. What a cute kitty, but look at this. Hi. You know nothing about cute cats. The girls put their phones on the desks so each cat could be seen and compared to the others. For me, they're all good, but judging by the looks on the cats' faces, it's not that easy. We need a judge here. I hereby propose Yuki to fill this role. Agreed. Approved. Well, which cat is the cutest one around? Whoops, I better come up with a decent enough answer. Should I say they're all great? No, I think I know a better answer. Let me show you another picture, ladies. I put my phone on the tablet with my cat on the screen. I need a kitty. Heh. Meh. I hereby propose to strip Yuki of his position as a judge. Agreed. Approved. There was an attempt. Ready for class, everyone? Honestly, I'm still half asleep. I know how to wake you up. Meditation. Close your eyes. Yeah, like this. Now concentrate. You feel great. You feel refreshed. You feel ready to take... More importantly, you need to praise not... The text is going by way too fast for me to read that. It works wonders, right? I'm not pushing the button. I guess in certain cutscenes it's just gonna skip ahead fast. Never mind. Geez, I almost dozed off, Nana. I still have a few more minutes before our class starts, so I decided to go talk to someone. Well, honestly, I will go with the Nana, because she seems the most interesting of the other two. The other two are a little more generic. This one, I think, has a little more, like, underneath that she's not letting on to. What, do you expect me to invite you to that cafe? Well, who knows, if you offer something cool in return. How much cash do you have on you? Ah, money grubber. Hey, I just wanted to talk for a while before the lesson starts. For a while? Well, it's quite some time, you know, and time is money. How much is worth, say, 1 hour of your time? How dare you ask a girl about stuff like this? Jeez. Let's see, a short talk, say 2-3 minutes or so, 10,000 yen. $10? All right, fine. I forgot to the exchange ratio, but I think it's quite a lot. Having remembered my dream, I decided to mock Nana a little. All right, I'm ready to pay, but you need to throw in one life purpose for me. Geez, you're going over it again. Just forget about it, okay? Okay. It was just too realistic to forget. Of course, nothing but a sheer truth, Yuki. That's what that dream is. Like, seriously, don't you know about the Oscum's razor, Yuki? Desperately trying to remember, and they sorry, my nose is really itchy. And then, I'm gonna say it's then told everyone is so smart here. Some translation issues there. According to him, the most obvious explanation for something is likely to be true. You were tired, fell asleep, saw us, and yeah, we're in Japan. See the point? Something tells me you don't even have 10,000 yen on you to begin with. Oh well, forget it. I can't believe I owe you money even though you made fun of me. Ha, well, I'm unbelievable. You may sit down. Forming a close bond with your teacher is a risk-free, high-risk environment. Let's see here. That was advertised as a vital part of our experiences here. Maybe that's why Taya teaches us every subject except for physical education. Not sure how it's possible, as she's the real MVP. Okay, everyone, time for our literature class. Remember, no poetry allowed. That might be a slap in the face to Doki Doki. Oh, I almost forgot to check the audience. I happen to know someone who's running late again. Oh, is this our fifth? Sorry for being late. Can I go in? My, look who's here. Isn't this our most punctual student, Ermi? What's your reason for being late today? I mean, it's only your third time this week. Well, let me guess, you overslept again, didn't you? Well, it's because I spent all night studying. I want to believe. Fine, Ermi, please take your seat and don't be late again. Okay, class. I guess it'd be silly to ask if you like reading. You're smart enough to enjoy borrowing someone's mind for free, right? Right? Okay, so what now? I guess I'll just click on Nana. I'm just gonna go the easy route and go Nana on most all of this, just because I don't really like the other two as much. Let's see, maybe it's worth asking after all. Do you like reading? Let me remind you not to raise your hands, just talk out loud. We're all friends here, remember? I enjoy reading. I decide to answer next. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I do enjoy reading. I like reading. Reading is overrated. That damn text again. Some books just are just way too old. Old things are outdated and useless, you know? What about old friends, Nana? Sorry, not old enough to have them. Also, the stories are so predictable. Like when it's a murder case. Let me guess, the butler did it. Come on, you can always find that one book which is different, Nana. Exactly, 1 in a million. 90% of everything is crud. It's the surgeon's law. They're throwing some, concepts that I don't know. Well, all jokes aside, people have too much to deal with in their everyday life. Let's get a little warm in here. There's nothing wrong with reading a simple yet fascinating book to unwind. I have no idea what's going on, guys. I like reading, but I wish it could be more visual. Yeah, it often takes so long to put an emphasis on something. With visuals, it's so much easier to... Whoa, okay, hi. Nice to meet you. I'm glad that you came into focus. Okay, getting closer. Well, alright, cool. Hey, don't look at me. Get out of my face, then. It said stop looking at me. You're doing this on purpose. Oh, right, you can't. Oh, wow, this is getting real zoomed in here, guys. I'm your emphasis now. Spoken like a true visual connoisseur. You're a lot more mature than you look, aren't you, Nana? I like my coffee black, thank you. Kind of reminds me of whenever I read about, some people complaining about Bleach, the manga being, some people were trying to critique it as being a lazy in some chapters because there was just nothing but face portraits and not a lot of background. But the artist actually said that he mentioned that in order to convey certain emotions, he wanted the focus to be the face so that the reader could understand the emotion that was trying to be portrayed by the character. So like a scowl or like someone smirking or whatever, and it's just right on their face, and there's nothing but a sort of a few lines and sketches in the back as the background. It's to focus in on the important part of what the storyteller is trying to tell you. But I go with Nana too. She likes black coffee. I like that too. I wonder if you have any favorite books at all. I do. Let me guess, manga. Now it's the perfect time to learn about FehtSama. You all had to prepare a short speech about your favorite book. No plot recaps either. Interesting facts and thoughts only. We have enough time to cover 2 books today. Now, yesterday you submitted your favorite titles. I narrowed the list down to 3 books that's the best I could do. All 3 are masterpieces, and I'm no good at making choices. Yuki, why don't you help me? It seems that my book didn't make it to the short list. here's the short list, Yuki. Take a look at it. Of course, you've read all the books, right? All these books, right? The Catcher in the Rye is a story by R.D. Salinger, published in 1951. The main hero's name is Holden Caulfield, age 16. Holden's been expelled from his school due to poor performance. Countless adventures await Holden on his way home. He deals with issues like alienation, superficiality, and many more. The Catcher in the Rye is considered one of the best coming-of-age stories. Let's see here. Crime and Punishment is a novel by Fyodor Dostoevsky, first published in 1866. It focuses on the mental anguish and moral dilemmas of Rodion Raskolnikov, a broke ex-student. Rodion creates a plan. Can't read that. Rodion creates a plan to kill a pawnbroker to obtain her money. But things don't go too smoothly after he performs the act. Rodion finds himself in moral agony, disgusted with what he has done. Winnie the Pooh is a short story collection written by Alan Milne, first published in 1926. The boy portrays the adventures of a boy named Christopher Robin and his teddy bear called Winnie the Pooh, together with many other characters. These simple, fun, and innocent tales. These are simple, fun, and innocent tales. Something that resembles friendship and childhood for us all. Resembles friendship and childhood. Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Yuki, time to make a choice. Let's see. I do kind of like the Catcher in the Rye sort of synopsis that it gave me there. I don't read too many books on my spare time. I used to read like the Harry Potter books, but I try to stay off of the ones that, like, I like the artists and the writers behind the content that I consume, because it kind of feels like whenever I read their content, I'm sort of taking part in their values. It's kind of a weird like thing for me. I have a very like chameleon-ish sort of personality, so I don't like taking in information and media from things that I don't agree with, and that includes like with people I don't agree with. So anyways, I watched I like the Harry Potter books themselves, but I don't really like the author, and that kind of turned me off from reading books in general, really. But then again, I get a lot of my media or my reading material from like the MMOs that I role play in, and I've kind of gotten off of role playing just because it's fun, but it's a big old black hole for like the creative outlet. There's no matter how many people I influence, no matter how many people I talk to on that thing or try to change their opinions on certain deals, whether it's, you know, on the fake side of pretending to be someone in this game, or whether it's like talking to them in chats or something outside of the game, sadly enough, it feels like none of those ever lasted. They're just like okay memories, but the beginning parts and the ending parts of all of them, it just doesn't seem like it's, you know, lasting. It hasn't left a lasting footprint on my life, and so I just kind of like, I need to do something else. I still enjoy role playing, but I need to do something else to feel a little more existent, I guess, or whatever. I don't feel like anything in that particular hobby makes me feel like I exist. It just feels like, oh, that was a cool time, you know, that was kind of a fun little thing in the moment. Worse than watching, you know, TV. It's like, because then you're putting all that effort into some sort of project, and for it to basically disappear into the void of, you know, whatever chat I was typing in, and then all those people that I connected with, they all kind of fell away after a while. And the biggest thing I have right now is that I am trying to like reach out to those people that I role play with, like through those chats, and trying to like, hey, let's meet up somewhere, or, you know, let's talk about this sort of thing, or we don't have to pretend. We can just be ourselves, and let's talk about something about daily life or something like that. Just something to feel a little more real, I guess, and lasting. And a lot of people, I might have been in the same boat, but a lot of people in that field like really reject that sort of approach. They're like my level of escapism, but they don't want to ever come back to reality. And I was in that boat too. I just feel like I need something that will last longer than, how do people feel today? And then, I didn't talk to this person for a week, so guess we're not doing anything anymore. And GG any of that friendship or whatever was happening. Not to mention the animosity of texting and just online communication makes you question whether or not any of it really meant anything, or if like you really mattered to them. So as melancholy as that is, I kind of feel like going with the same vein of me not exposing myself to things that I don't agree with. I don't know where I'm going with this conversation. I just basically am trying to embrace, trying to expose, to surround myself in things that are a little more concrete, little more like tangible. So I'm hoping that that's what happens with this YouTube thing, is that you guys like watching my playthroughs, and there's something there I can, even in the worst case, just like look back and be like, oh, we had a cool conversation there, and it's there, or whatever, I think that's better, at least a step in a more healthy direction than just role-playing with strangers and thinking that you're having a good time, that you're making friends only for, whatever life stuff coming up, or just simply not being close enough to the people like in real life that they move on, and you're kind of sitting there thinking like, okay, what was it all for? I don't know. Anyways, I kind of like The Catcher in the Rye. The whole coming of age thing is sort of a theme that I tend to run into a lot, and even at 31, I still feel like I haven't discovered, who I am or what I want to do with my life. So let's see what they have to say here. Why don't we pick Catcher in the Rye? Whoa, great choice. This book is praised for a completely wrong reason. They say the book is famous for its themes of angst and alienation. It's all made up by boring adults who don't understand the Catcher in the Rye at all. Marcia, are you sure this is your favorite book? Look into my eyes. I've got some moe eyes going on there. See, these eyes don't lie. The Catcher in the Rye is my favorite book. I can relate to almost every phrase uttered by Holden. However, superficially, alienation, who cares about that when you're 16? Holy God, I'm in a bunch of jailbait. That's not good. Thank you for telling me your age. Now I can go home. Certainly not Holden. Certainly not to me. Holden is more annoyed by fake adults. The same fake adults who review this book. Like, they say that Holden views the world as an evil and corrupt place. It wouldn't be far off, honestly. There's just, even today, there's just lots of people that, even if they don't mean it, they, by default, the general mode of a lot of, like, society is selfish and evil not in, like, the murder hobo sort of sense, but evil in the sense of selfishness. That's I guess I just basically said the same thing twice, but anyhow, like they say, okay, wrong, that's a point of view from the adult J.D. Singler. Okay, that's a point of view from an adult. J.D. Singler was an adult. That's why he did a poor job describing Holden's view of the world. Everything else is excellent, but often overlooked by critics. I think this book should only be reviewed by young people. I feel like I might still fall in that field. I should probably give that book a try. There's a couple of games. I've played this one, and I've also played on my phone this one game called Altered Ego. Very fun, philosophical little like treatise sort of thing for like self-discovery sort of stuff. Just like figuring out who you are, what defines the world around you, and how how do you see yourself in that particular any particular moment in time or whatever. Anyways, lots of really good philosophical games that I've been getting into lately, and they've got like the alter ego has actually a list of books that you don't actually read, but it's a tap game. It's like you flip through virtual pages. But it recommends that you go back and actually look at those books and read them, and so there's a list there, and maybe I'll read this one too, Catcher in the Rye. I'll give it a shot. I'll have to keep that in my mind, and worst comes to worst, I could do it on like an audiobook or something. I'm not sponsored by Audible, don't worry. Let's go to commercial. No, don't worry about that. I'm not sure about getting up on all those sponsorships if and when that ever happens. I feel really cringy whenever people do that. I know that they probably pay you guys good money to do that sort of thing, but it feels like it takes away from the spirit of YouTube, where it's, you're supposed to just make videos just because you want to, and not to try and promote some sort of business or make someone else money. I kind of feel like if it wasn't for the fact that I needed money to put a roof over my head, I wouldn't even encourage making money off of YouTube, honestly. But that just isn't how the world works. So, anyways, being an adult is tough. I imagine you wake up and then all of a sudden you realize you've turned 30 overnight. Kind of feels like that, honestly. Could we please get back to the book? So, you think Holden finds other people stupid, Marcia? Not only Holden. Well, kind of, and, sometimes I can relate. I might like Marcia. Might have to find out what she knows. If she's the philosophical character, I might have to dig into that. And remember that she's 16. Whatever happens. Have you ever tried listening to small talk in the streets? If not, try it. I bet you'll hear nothing but idle gossip. Moreover, people don't even listen to each other. They just take turns to whine. High five. But isn't it exactly what Holden does all the time? Let's wrap it up. I think everyone becomes Holden at some point. However, maybe it's better not to stay like that forever. Holden said, I don't exactly know what I mean by that, but I mean it. Look for your meaning in this book. It has multiple layers like a cake. Okay, class, how about we take a short break? Don't want you to dive into a second book straight away. Honestly, there's another reason. Please keep this between us, alright? Yesterday, I got a present from my friend, and it's so awesome. Look, it's a music box. Okay, music box. I get it, music box, cool. Alright, let's move on. Oh gosh, are we gonna go through all of these? I guess we'll go to Crime and Punishment. I don't really care about Winnie the Pooh that much. Why don't we pick Crime and Punishment? Alright, there is 2 books, so this is the second one we're gonna talk about. It's my favorite book, it's a favorite book of mine. I can't read the book. Your boobs are in the way. God damn it! You better be 18. I like though. I knew it was Russian, but it's interesting that they kept the text like that. I guess that's where the translation things get a little iffy, is because it was originally made by a Russian person or something like that. As far as what I caught a glimpse of, I don't do my research whenever I play these games. Sorry. It helps me divide people into 2 big groups. They're really huge. God fucking damn it. Imagine you want to learn more about the person you just met. I would love to see your face so I can learn more about, what age you are. It can take quite some time, especially if you don't meet too often. But there's a shortcut. Just ask that person if they prefer Dostoevsky to Leo Tolstoy. You see, Tolstoy portrays the world where horrible things happen to ordinary people. Davinsky portrays the world where ordinary people... It's hard for me to even, like, pay attention to what I'm reading because there's boobs. Boobs! It's... get out of the way. I can't believe it's just, like, not changing. Davinsky portrays the world where ordinary people do horrible things. Similar topics, entirely different approach. That's why people who prefer one author to another might have a lot in common. Sima, do you prefer ordinary people doing horrible things? I admire strong, burning emotions inside people, that's all. Maybe because I'm not that much of an emotional person myself. Are you, Yuri? You don't have purple hair, though. In my opinion, Tolstoy's characters are much more believable. Trust me, Davinsky got to know a lot about people. Not only did he work as a journalist and a traveler a lot, he also spent 4 years in a prison camp. I can't stop thinking about Rodion's problems are created by himself. What stopped him from, say, getting a good job? If I were a pawnbroker, I'd ask him to go be poor somewhere else. Well, Nana, I see you've read the book, but not carefully enough. Rodion hates not only the fact that he was little, or that he has little, but also that a mere pawnbroker has more than him, an able young man. Rodion wanted the right to judge the value of human life. The problem with inequality, right? Something that communism tackles. Class, let's stay away from politics. They're detrimental to your health. Yes, please, thank you. Anyway, thanks for your thoughts. Both Tolstoy and Davinsky are, without a doubt, great authors and great minds. Maybe you can divide people into Davinsky and Tolstoy groups, but please don't base your opinion solely on that, okay? Okay, class. If you have any questions, now is the time. What's your favorite book? Oh, Yuki's asking. My favorite book, you say? It's The Little Princess by Tony de Saint... I can't say that name. Hey, you forgot about me. Oh, I did kind of forget about Hermie. Let me tell you about my favorite book. It's So Said Zarathustra by Nizeschi. I am awful with those names. Way to go, you managed to spell the name wrong. What's so smart about it? Also, what's so smart about it? Actually, it's considered to be one of the deepest books in the universe. By whom, I wonder? The internet. See, this book says that animals, nature, everything is connected in this world. To evolve, we must think about complicated things and all. Hermie, you got it all wrong. Then tell me what it's about. We should become the Ubermensch to have some fun. Ha, that's pretty close. Throwing all these German and Russian names I can't pronounce. Shortly after the class ends, Taya leaves the class and stands near the door. Thanks for the lesson. Oh, Yuki, you're welcome. Glad to see you liked it. And do you like to teach us here? You're special, in a good sense of this word. It's important for me that you guys have your own opinion. Where did you work before? Oh my, too many places to remember. Is it new for you to teach almost all subjects at once? Yeah, they say it's an experiment, you know? However, it's true that I know a lot of subjects quite well. I take it you worked as a teacher for a long time. Look at him, are you going to ask me how old I am next? No, of course not. However, I don't even know your home country. How come? That means you haven't even read my profile in the booklet. I actually lost it somewhere. I'm from Europe, but that's about all I'm going to uncover. Women are mysterious, you see. I have to run, see you. She really didn't quite turn him down very hard for a teacher, especially whenever it sounded like he was asking a bit more personal and irrelevant questions there. We all have school activities, and I am on the way to the club room. Members FehtSama, Marcia, and I. We can't take anyone from other classes because it'd harm the experience. More like just an excuse to get 3 girls with you in one room. We were about to get going when Ermi approached us. Ladies, you're looking good tonight. Thanks, Ermi. She doesn't seem very pleased. Is there anything you want to ask? Why don't you let me in? I promise to be a good member. Ermi, we just talk about silly things there. Silly things? We're going to discuss food today. I happen to be an expert on this subject. ... Just kidding. I know you'll never let me in. Yuki, can I have your attention for a moment? Look, I need your help. Keep it between us, alright? Recently, I've been making a computer game. I made a demo version, so I need someone to play it. Feedback is key to improvement. Alright, you can count me in. He gives me a flash drive and leaves. Cool. It feels comfy in our classroom. This place is old, so I bet it's witnessed a lot. I wonder what happened to the members of all the clubs from before. Where are these people now? Are they happy? There's none. I hereby declare an agenda for today's meeting. All members are to discuss food. The ever-important topic, that's for sure. Is this a legitimate club activity, or just discussing random stuff? I would understand if we made time machines and played light music. Or played light music. I believe we have clubs like that already, Marcia. Honestly, I enjoy the opportunity to unwind and just talk. We'll get disbanded. But we have 4 members, a legitimate minimum. I think Marcia's more afraid about our seemingly unclear purpose as a club. Worry not, I submit an official report after every club meeting. Really? How did you make it look meaningful on paper? Easy. Today is not about food, it's about acceptance. Acceptance? A social movement seeking to change bias on social attitudes. See, the latest thinking is that you should accept your body. Meaning, among other things, that you can eat everything with little moderation. And count me in as an activist. Still, how's that related to our meeting? I don't like to make things up. No one makes up anything. Why don't we talk about our guilty pleasures today? I don't know why my headphones are starting to really annoy me. I might have to get some new headphones. Something that actually doesn't kill my head. And I specifically got these headphones because it looked like a bunch of people wore them because they don't annoy your head as much, but maybe I just have been wearing it too long today. I don't know. Let's see here. Guilty pleasures. Oh, we can eat something tasty. After all, the word guilty is no more. Eat tasty things as much as we want? Is this real life? Wait, but won't we get fat and all? That's the punchline. They say it's totally okay nowadays. But the boys always look at slim girls. Yugi, do you like slim girls? I like women that take care of their bodies. I understand there's some exceptions. Some people just naturally pack on the weight. But feelings aside, a lot of people, including myself, are extra around. They have a little something extra because it's pretty obvious they're not actually trying. I know that if I actually tried dieting, I'd probably be, thinner than a stick, and maybe if I tried even more, I'd probably have some muscle on me. But other than my jogging, I'm not really doing much for my health. So I freely say that, yeah, I think I like slim people, and it's just a preference. Ultimately, it's just a preference. You can like big girls too. Yes, I do. What did you say? See? Let's get started. I like potato chips. Whoa, it's a calorie bomb. Are you hating on me? Just a slip of the tongue. As for me, it's probably pizza. Can't live without sweet things. I don't care about those, let's see here. So, that's it for the discussion. We need to find common ground. What about soft drinks? That's not food. What about cakes then? Winning by unanimous decision. Hey, let's make a perfect cake. We don't have any ingredients. Let's go buy some. We have our budget. I already know what the perfect cake looks and tastes like. So do I. I know as well. Looks like we're going to have a heated discussion. Oh boy. Not if you're the one who makes the cake, Yuki. Great idea. If anything, you're the one to blame. But I can't read your minds. Well, then it means you have to test your luck. Alright, last question. How am I supposed to get the ingredients? And if I even if I manage to do it, we have no kitchen or anything like that. Like this here. Oh dear. Why do you ruin our dream, Yuki? A dream, you say? Let's try closing our eyes again, but this time we won't be meditating. No, we'll be using the power of visualization. If we visualize a cake, it will get attracted to us. Behold, Yuki. Oh, here. Interesting. Okay, here we go. I wonder where I should start. Let's begin from the base. What do I have here? Millier, French name, cake, tart, tard. I have no idea what those are. I do know cake is a cake, though. I'm gonna go with cake. Done. What comes next? Well, you need to choose a tasty filling. What do I have here? Wow, we got some interesting filling here. I might have to go with the the tasty and cold. I bet you that's the translation for Haagen-Dazs. I just didn't think of that before. Wow. All right. Rum raisin. But it's the flavor. I don't think it's actually the ice cream. It might be the ice cream. Toothpaste and custard ketchup. Really? Ketchup seems really out of the ordinary. Fresh organic custard seems a little too frou-frou-y. I'm gonna go with the... What? That's illegal? No, it's not. There's no actual rum inside that flavor. Okay, fine. I do like a chocolate cake. Let's do Nutella. Nattilla. Yep, all ready. Last but not least, the topping. What do we have here? What is this? Strange candy emblem. Chocolate candy and tinfoil. Got peach, cherry. We gotta go with the strawberries. Go for the classic strawberry chocolate cake. Done. The imaginary cake is ready. I'll give it another go. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's ready. Those are my choices. This looks a bit strange. I should have been the one making it. I appreciate your effort, but it doesn't look very good. Well, there was an attempt. Yuki, don't worry. It's still better than nothing. Wait, it's actually nothing. It's actually nothing, right? No one wants my imaginary cake. How could they? Well, that's going in the leftovers. In the end, we combined our visualization powers. Our combined visualization powers were still not enough. The cake was a lie. Ha ha ha. Yummy. Better than your imaginary cakes, huh? Hey, go easy on my fancy cakes. Alright, yeah. Thanks for the cookies, Sima. You're welcome. I'll bring more if you like. How's the tea? Your Highness, the tea is awesome. Cut it short. Glad you liked it. I found an awesome shop with sencha, gin. I don't know what all that is. Whoa, you know about a lot of stuff. I bet it's also very expensive. Yes, but it's well worth the money. Probably not in the end. By the way, Sima, is it true that you have a Hermes scarf? It's true, but I don't wear it on. But I only wear it on weekends occasionally. I would wear it 24/7. Don't you think others would judge you? The brand is, this famous? Oh yeah. I'll save my money and buy it on sale. Nana, this brand doesn't put their goods on sale. They don't need it. How foolish of them. I'd rather say it's foolish to discuss these topics when we have Yuki here. Oh yeah, Yuki is highly unlikely to appreciate it. Let's talk about something fun then. All that went over my head. They were probably talking about clothes. Let's see here. Deal. Here's the story. Yesterday, this guy calls me again. Then, the one who expressed his feelings to you with a love letter? Nana, don't make fun of knights in shining armor. They're almost extinct. Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, he calls me then. I have no idea. I think the translation is starting to get me a little lost here. Sorry, we're getting distracted again. Right, well, I tried my best. Go ahead and shoot your topic of choice. Where do you want to work? I'm talking about the future. Alright, make sure my face isn't actually in the way of Nana. Okay, cool. We're good enough. What about marriage? Oh, right. We shouldn't forget about Yuki. Yuki, what about your marriage? Nana? What? I'm just eating my cookies. Actually, I'm totally cool with everything. It's warm and comfortable here. I feel like the fat cat laying out in the sun. And the cookies are gone. Well, as they say, time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. I don't know. I guess that's true. Ultimately, it's not wasted time if you enjoyed yourself, but yeah. I'm on my way home. Evening already. Evening already. Time sure flies. This kind of reminds me of the Death Note soundtrack. Suddenly I see Ermi nearby, the convenience store. Hey, what's up? How was the club? It was alright, I guess. Look, maybe you could take me in, after all. I promise to do my best. I'm okay with this, but I think the girls don't want to. We still have plenty of time on our hands, just keep asking. What should I do to raise my chances of being accepted? I have an idea. Promise you won't get mad? Of course not, I'd really appreciate it. Look, Ermi, you're a nice guy. Problem is, nice guys aren't popular. Maybe you should change your game a bit. If only I knew how. I'll be honest with you, it's easier said than done. I'm acting high and mighty now, but if I were to go on a date with one of the girls, man, sure not, I wouldn't act like an idiot. Wow, really? You look pretty confident. Exactly. It's all about the looks. Why don't you work on how people perceive you? I'll give it a shot. By the way, who's the best girl here? I don't really know. They're all cute here, Ermi. True that. Hey, I think the girls from another class like me, by the way. Why? I look at them from time to time. And today, like, 2 girls returned my look. See? It's a hint, Yuki. You think it sounds cheesy, don't you? Come on, I know you do. Between us, I also know I don't stand a chance in this school. One accidental look is the most intimate thing I can expect from a girl here. Hey, what's wrong with you? You're doing fine. I appreciate your effort, but you're a bad liar. Ermi, seriously, go get some rest. Maybe you're right. I'll start with buying some snacks at the store. See you tomorrow. And see you, Ermi. Oh, by the way, Yuki. What's that? Please don't forget to play my game. It's important. Okay. 10 minutes walk and then tea and slippers. Getting all cozy. Home sweet home. Let's see. Edgy movies and games often have a length of monologue about the main hero's room. Words confined and a prison cell are a must in that case. It's like an author feels that cliched scripts deserve jail time. Anyway, my place is very comfy. Having 2-bedroom apartment all for yourself is great. Well, right now I do have a flatmate, though. Hey, did you buy anything tasty for me? Who is that? It's definitely a Moe character. By the way, a strange girl came and left something for you. It's on your table. This is your classmate? She left so quickly. Her ears were so weird. When are you going to buy a new console? This one is old. Very demanding. Sister, maybe? I don't know. They said flatmate, though, so it must be just some random person. I don't know. That's right, there's a strange scroll on my table. I opened it up. We got some music notes, bow and a book and all that stuff. What? And there's an 8-bit sound starting to chime in my ear. Is it intended to make me think about something? I wonder why it, who made it and why. Alright, it's time to do my homework. Great, all done. Man, my back is stiff. I decide to raise and stretch my cramped muscles. I should do that. I need to go and stretch. Why don't I check out Ermi's game? I'm quite sure it's something. Play Ermi's game. Sure, let's go ahead and play Ermi's game. Got plenty of time. I'm bored. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. This thought is nothing new to me. In fact, it's what I wake up to every single morning. I must admit, it's a rather disappointing thought, almost as much as waking up hungry. Yes, hungry, as it tries to devour me day by day, to no avail. I never retaliate, yet it always stops after the first bite. I probably taste awful, like a sour grape. I've been here, I've been there, I've been in between. I don't believe in aliens, yet I always feel like one. Where am I supposed to be then? If only I knew. If only they knew. No one does, seriously. It's let's see, it's just some people are ridiculously good at hiding the obvious. After some time, I decided to change my strategy and get rid of every single thought appearing in my feverish mind. Completely, entirely, eternally. After some time, I found the best solution to do, something which I called mindless living, as opposed to this mindfulness nonsense oh so popular among the masses. Mindless living. Mindless living is easy. You simply need to be dead tired all the time. I mean, when you're exhausted, you don't want to think, you want to sleep. In a way, I decided to go through an inverted Maslow pyramid. More concepts. Why are you throwing concepts at me like that? Strangely enough, soon my body got used to being deprived of sleep. I drastically cut down on my calorie intake as a next step. This also allowed me to become quite slim. It concentrated me 100% on food and food only, regardless of how tired I was. Meat, fish, pasta, pizza. I could smell each of these words. Let's see. I'm not a monk or anything, so I limited myself that much. So limiting myself became problematic. My stupid body craves sleep and food. Feed me, get me some rest. Every time I succumbed to that voice of reason, I ate until I was about to blow up. Then I could sleep for a day or so, only to wake up and think, I'm not supposed to be here. I realized I struggled that much because I probably lacked training. After all, I thought my mindless living should be treated not only as a clever invention, but also as a skill to develop. I decided to pursue a career in it, and shortly after I found my dream job. It was the number one of my shortlist, in my shortlist. In fact, it got me enlisted. Yes, I joined the army. However, they fed me so well at training camp that my silly mind decided to think again. So annoying, I'm telling you. And there was no stopping it. A phone started to ring in my head from time to time, driving me crazy. I know that as soon as I picked it up, I'd hear the same phrase. Hey, I don't think you're supposed to be here. Oh, that would be awful. Even the short little bit that I was in the military, it was definitely, I had moments where I was just like, what am I doing with my life? I decided to put myself on autopilot, and I just figured things would, sort themselves out as I trudged through this challenge that I was totally unprepared for, and had no real meaning behind it. I didn't really want to be in the military, but I saw no other options really that stuck out to me, and I figured, if I could get myself my years in the military, then, by the time I got out of that, I'd have, whatever kind of coverage to sort of like fall back on with retirement or something, in case I never figured out what I wanted to do. That sort of thing. That's my experience there. I totally understand this feeling. Why am I reading this? I have no idea. It must be a dream that I'm in right now. Let's see, that's why, as soon as I could, I asked to be moved away from a grass-fed heaven of a military base to a wild, stinky battlefield. Codename Hermes, that was my new name. Have you ever heard of a soldier named Ermi? Well, me neither. I've been the happiest man on the planet since my first deployment, but then it ended with a buzz. At least that's what I last heard, the buzz of a bullet, before it got so dark and lonely around me. Darkness gave way to a white tube of light that sucked me in like a vacuum. What a strange place that was, going all the way up to somewhere above the clouds. I could have sworn I saw familiar faces of people long gone from this world. They looked like they wanted to tell me something, but all I could hear was that annoying buzz. Or maybe it sounded more like a distorted phone call. Doesn't matter though. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I spent enough time in this otherwise unremarkable room, spare for a very weird note on the whiteboard. To leave this room, you must tell me the answer. What does it mean? Who me? What's the question to begin with? I think that meant to say, who is me? The only semblance of a hint came from a few more words below. 4 in total. Love, hate, life, death. Well, so what of it? Hermes. It all makes no sense. Sophie. Why are you throwing this at me? What? I am totally in a dream world right now. Oh, I see. I can close the game. Oh. I'm an idiot. I thought this was, like a dream sequence. Okay, this is part of the game. I was taking it a little too literally. Wow. Okay. Good writing, I guess. I know, dear. What's, the question, I wonder? That's what my friend and I are trying to realize. A young woman appeared, seemingly out of nowhere, dressed in an overly tight nurse uniform. She carries a syringe filled with a strange bright liquid. Who are you? My name is Sophie. Nice to meet you. As for my friend, he doesn't talk much, so I'm afraid I can't introduce him to you properly. Your friend? Yes, here, right in my hand. My precious friend who always knows the truth. Always, but today it seems. I thought back to my military training. The best way to deal with mentally unstable people is to take them seriously. I guess it's nice to have such a wise friend. More like persistent, I should say. It takes my friend quite some time to kick in, but then there's no stopping him, and you're guaranteed to tell me everything I want. She moves closer, and I can't help but notice that the button on Sophie's blouse is about to be ripped off by her, well... Jeez. Hey, darling. Care to have a taste? Who knows, maybe you're just pretending. Not willing to tell me the answer. Hey, I really want to get out of this place. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Okay, well, now we got the skin suit, Chico. Let's see. Stay away. She's clearly out of her mind. My nose again. Ugh. Why? This room gets more crowded now that a second girl wrapped up in a latex costume serving presumably no other purpose rather than an aesthetic one shows up in front of me. I'm much saner than you, Megan, right? At least I'm not making up a ridiculous explanation of what bound us all together here like you do. It's not ridiculous, it's true. I come from an era far more advanced than yours. I know things you can't even imagine. See, that's what I'm talking about, Megan. Megan thinks she's from the future. Still don't believe me? Fine. What's your last memory before you got here? I'm asking you as well, by the way. What's your name? Hermes. So, Hermes, how do you remember anything? I heard the phone ringing somewhere, very close to where I was. The second I say that, the phone starts ringing again and again. Ring, ring, ring. Like those machines in the old detective phones. The sound becomes more and more loud. My head hurts. Someone should stop it. Pick up the phone, please. Yeah, seriously. What did you say? Can you hear it? Hear what? The phone ringing over and over again. Jeez. It really gets on my nerves. This room must be a hangout spot for weirdos, and I thought it couldn't be worse than when our spaceship was invaded by those creatures. Please don't mention this word again, Megan. What are you talking about? Hang, you said. What a painful word. I was doing my daily routine, helping people open up and talk, and the guy we had back then, he just couldn't relax. He was so nervous. You won't get a single word out of me, he shouted, rolling his eyes like a madman. So silly of him. Then I heard the footsteps. Bam, they ran out the door and barged in. Hey girl, nothing personal, but we don't like to see our friend suffer. That's a nice rope you tied him with. And by the way, why don't we really put it to use? I have no idea where this story is going, where it's coming from, where I'm doing the breaks in speech because the translation is just kind of throwing me off. I don't know. I think I just realized that, although we came from different eras, we share one thing in common. And there's the third. Yes, we're all dead. Naomi knows what she's talking about. A cute girl dressed in a maid outfit joins the conversation. Where was she hiding? Weird. By the way, she holds a plushie in one hand. What, can't you see it? You can, can't you? You just don't want to admit it. Ease up. Death is the best answer, Nya. This little brat keeps shouting nonsense. Well, I'm just trying to play this game. Unlike you, I realize these are all answers and death is the best one of them. Death is certainly not an answer to anything, but, you know, if it helps us get out of this place, I'm fine with it. I really need to head back home. No one likes the dead coming back, I'm afraid. I'm not dead. I agree with Naomi. Maybe death is the ultimate answer to everything. At the very least, it has the ultimate degree of certainty. What? Well, how do you know whether or not you actually live? What qualifies you as a living person? Ridiculous. Don't be silly. My heartbeat, for instance. Then you compare yourself to an animal. You're getting on my nerves. Hey, I'm just trying to say that compared to the lives of some people, you're just occupying space. On the other hand, when you die, you're 100% dead. Everyone is equal 6 feet underground. No one can challenge this fact. Spoken like a true genius. Megan is not impressed. I know, right? I'm an underappreciated asset. Where are you from again? The present time. Death is the simple answer because eternal life is much worse. Say what? I think I still have my magic powers to show you. Kitty cat, make me happy, make them sad. I'm quite sure she's referring to that plushie. So what's going to happen now? Eternity. What do you mean? Time will go, but we won't follow. And she was right. What day is it today? Friday, Nya. Geez, how would you know? Thanks to your trick, time lost its meaning. Therefore, it might as well always be Friday. It's been, what, days, months, years? Hey, Naomi, can you revert your spell? If you all admit death is the answer, maybe I could. Okay, I admit it. No way I'm going to fall for this trick. You want to stay here forever? Fine. Let's talk. Little by little, the future will come. And that's exactly where I'm from. Okay, let's talk about cats. So we did. Let's talk about food. Let's talk about fun. Let's talk about films. Let's talk about fiction. Let's talk about friends. Let's talk about freedom. Let's talk about feelings. Let's talk about foals. Let's talk about foxes. Forests, fonts, Stop it, I can't take it anymore. Fine, maybe death is the answer. Whatever. I too agreed with that. However, nothing happened. What's next? What should we do? I think we should be more proactive now that we all agree on our answer. See this purple liquid? It's the last resort liquid, so to speak. So let me help you, friends. She moves so swiftly. It doesn't even hurt. My vision starts to become blurry. Ring, ring. The phone rings again, but this time I managed to answer it somehow. The guy on the other end of the line tells me that if I die, I'll stay in this room forever. Why haven't I thought about it before? I'm afraid it's too late now. Love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Pardon me. Hi, what would your order be? Naomi, you're alive? Yes, why? Haven't I woke up in this room? However, I woke up in this room today. You know that milk tea I had yesterday? It's so weird. Anyway, although it's not my tavern anymore, I certainly have a customer. What can I order? Nothing, I'm afraid. We're short on that. We're short on everything, but I can make you company. I'm a good mate after all. Did you see this strange whiteboard? Sure did. What do you think of the answer? What do you think the answer is, Nya? Love. How romantic of you. Sadly, I know nothing of it. I'm not allowed to get into an affair with a customer, even with one as handsome as you are. However, let my magic do the work and say whether or not you're right. Let's see, kitty cat, make me happy, make them sad. Two other girls appear right in front of my eyes. Oh, it's the other two. Let's see, tell me, what is love? Love is reducible to the absurd act of chemicals. Therefore, there is no intrinsic value in this material universe. Hypocrite that you are, for you trust the chemicals in your brain to tell you that they are chemicals. All knowledge is ultimately passed on that which we can't prove. Will you fight, or will you perish like a dog? Sorry, they're a bit broken. Let me fix it, Nya. I'm so confused. Tell me, what is love? Silence was her answer. Oh my, that's still no good. Well, let me try this little trick. In a second, they're going to fall for you, Hermes. She spanks me with her plushie. I notice Sophie and Megan staring at me. Hermes? Yes? I love you. Why? Should I have a reason? No, but I'm curious. Just because you're here. I've been here before. Really? Well, people change, don't they? He's mine. He'll be my darling. Only you and I forever, Hermes. Hey, we're kind of stuck here together. But if you could leave, which one of them would you choose to go with you, Nya? Oh, of course. I kind of don't think I like none anymore. It's the actual names of the people. Well, Marcia actually struck me a little more closer to home. Even though she's got a couple years before she's legal. God damn it. You're being weird. I don't recognize any of these names. It hurts me that you don't think of the other girls during a moment like this. Yeah, how could you... It's so selfish from the other side. Love is the most selfish feeling anyway. What? Selfish, of course. If it's not eternal, what is eternal love? Eternal love means you should stay together until the very end, till death do us part. Now, I'm sure that after some time, you're definitely going to choose me over anyone else. The question is, how can I be sure that your feeling lasts forever? I chose Marta, but it feels like there's a... That was a no pass for that choice. What are you talking about? Stop babbling nonsense. Trust me, my words make perfect sense. Here, let my friend explain this to you. She does a few quick swings, and shortly after that, we're the only ones standing in the room. What have you done? How could you? Same as you. I'm just being selfish. All fair and square. Fair, you know what? Love is not the answer. Love is not fair. I could feel a cold sweat dripping down my neck. Sophie's clearly bonkers, and I need to calm her down somehow. No fair, but why? I always thought love is one of the best feelings in the world. I never said it's bad, I said it's not fair. Love should be mutual, but it never works that way. Remember, Hermes, between two people involved, one loves while the other allows himself or herself to be loved. How is this fair? I don't believe you. Oh, and love is also very selfish, remember? Even more selfish than you and me. What about love you have for your parents? It all goes down the same street. Every time you buy them something, you feel like a good kid. In a way, you buy it for yourself, Hermes. Now what I'm going to do is have to have you all to myself. Swing, the needle bites me like a snake. My legs start to tremble. It feels so satisfying. Sophie's face is the last thing to flash in my mind before darkness covers everything around me. And we're all back. I'm back from the dead, it seems. Even more, the usual crowd's here, as if nothing happened at all. The phone starts ringing again. I don't think I can get rid of that pain in my head, so I badly need to concentrate on something else. Maybe small talk can help? Hey, do you guys remember what just happened? Nothing yet. We have to find the answer, and I'm sure the answer is one of these, yeah? You're kidding me. Have they entirely forgotten about what happened before? Which word would it be? Easy. Hate. Hate is the answer. Why do you think so? Well, I hate you all, so this word is definitely a suitable answer for me. For you, yes. For me, no. But why would I care about you, Nya? I wonder what your reason for hating us so much. It's simple, you know? I hate you because you leave me no hope. I wonder why. If you're right and I came from the past, then I see my future in the two of you. What can I say? The future looks pathetic. But you don't know us at all. Then 5 minutes is enough. I despise you. Her annoyance doesn't seem to be justified at the very slightest, but I'm not surprised. It's as it fits perfectly with the weird ambience of that place. I don't think hate is the answer because it's too easy to hate something. And who said the answer should be complicated? What do you hate, Hermes? Other people, including me. We just met, but I'm sure I'm capable of developing a whole nano words and stuff, big words. Why? Yeah, why? And why do you guys just suddenly know that word? I don't know. Because you make me feel like I'm not supposed to be here. What would have changed had we not existed at all? Then he couldn't compare. If he had no other place to be, his thought would become invalid. I agree with you, Hermes. If I hadn't seen the future right before my eyes, I'd have been fine with everything. Let's see. You guys don't even know about the right reason to hate everyone around you. I mean, they exist. They smell, they take space, they're loud and annoying. What about you, Megan? I don't know. In the future, our personalities are removed, as they serve little to no purpose. We don't live, we function. We still have some emotions, but hate is too strong. It's off limits. Hate, 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 hate. Hate everywhere. Hermes! Finally, it's only you and me. Or me and you. I'm getting dyslexic here. I was not expecting such a long story, but, or any, like, I don't feel like there's a break, but we'll keep going. Everyone else gone? What makes you think they've ever been here to begin with? Anyway, I'm here to support you, Nya. Trust me, hate is not the answer. Life, yes, life is. I want you to know that you're supposed to be here with me. Stay with me forever, Hermes. Why are you so surprised about it? Or so sure about it? Maybe I don't think this place is supposed to exist in the first place. It feels made up. Therefore, you fit in perfectly. Think of it as a new life for both of us. Life? You think life is the answer? Yes, because I want to spend my life with you. Wait, what are we going to do? Everything but one thing. We'll never walk alone, and you know, I'm a maid. I can always serve you a cup of tea when you need it. Trust me, having a friend like this is what matters the most. Thanks, Naomi. I don't even know what to say. It's because you actually want to spend your whole life with me instead, you know? Hey, where'd Naomi go? It doesn't matter. It's just you and I here now, Hermes. You and I. What are we going to do? We're going to have some fun, you know? Admit it. That's what you really want. Everything else is just a facade that to mask your desire. That's not true. Well, do you want my friend to ask you this question again? He'll get an honest answer out of you. God, that stupid needle. There's no need for that. See, now you're being frank. Don't worry, it's okay. Think of yourself as part of the hunter-gatherer world. It will make your life a whole lot easier. It's just you, the things you own and the things you want to own. But I don't want to think of you as a thing. Well then, someone else would, my dear, and you'd be surprised about the choice I make. Life is not as primitive as you portray it. Life works the way you make it work. Simple as that. I want my life to be primitive, so here I am. You know why you feel like you're not supposed to be here? Because you don't even know what kind of life you want to live. Well, Don't worry, Hermes. Let me take care of that. Let me comfort you, my dear, so you could forget about everything else. She feels like she represents the whole, brain dead or whatever, mentality. Just doing what needs to be done in order to coast your way and say that you're living a life that you're going through. Let's see here. Hey, what just happened? Where did Sophie go? I got rid of that succubus. Hey, stay with me, Hermes. I've seen the future, and it's not the best one. I admit, now I'll have a second chance to make it great. What are we going to do? We're going to believe in tomorrow. If you think you're not supposed to be here, make tomorrow the place to be. Please do it for me. Will you love me? I'll love you. I'll love the you of tomorrow, I promise. True root. Okay. I try to push the button, but nothing happens. Maybe I should try tomorrow? Well, that was a lot of story. That's gonna take a bit for my mind to wrap around. Again, this place. Okay, now I am actually dreaming. Pretty sure I'm dreaming. And again, everything is tilted around me. I'm getting nauseous. Strangely, I don't think I've ever experienced the same dream before. Or maybe I just don't remember. Arcade machine, or is that a slot machine? Anyway, I need to get closer to it. Life purpose generator. Let's go ahead and push the button. This time I push the button right when I get close to the machine. Random numbers, Japan, what will I see this time? We have Russian symbols. I have no idea about Russia. Okay. Today is Cyrillic Day? I have no idea. PYC. This machine spins a little bit longer this time. Again with PYC. Alright, I got it. PYC. But the machine doesn't care about what I think and keeps on spinning. PYC. What does it mean? Over and over, I see the same letters appearing on the screen. I will admit, those are a combination of letters I have never personally decided to choose before when I think of random letters. Every day I follow pretty much the same route, but today feels different. Let's see, is there a way for me to pause this real quick here? Let me go ahead and save. Alright, cool. We're going to save it there. Call it good. And I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I did not intend to make this episode as long as it ended up being, but it's kind of, I guess, what to expect for a visual novel. Interesting story. I think the biggest issue I have is that I have a way of like reading, and at least what it comes to me is like the way the words flow sort of help me connect with like the meaning of what they're talking about. And I feel like there's just enough break in translation that I'm getting too distracted by that, and I've lost the narrative that's going on, and I just kind of feel like I'm in a daze, and maybe that's part of the way the literature is going. Like I said, I haven't really read books and stuff, like, on my spare time. I know I write for, like, role-play and that, but I guess in a way it's kind of different. Having a long-running, like, steady story in front of my face like that, it doesn't help whenever it's, like, feels a little misspelling or just not flowing properly. I get easily tripped up whenever I'm reading long paragraphs like that. But speaking of philosophical games, I guess we got another one here. I didn't expect it for this kind of thing, but maybe that's how visual novels are. Maybe they often touch on philosophical stuff. And that's totally a 7-Up, or not 7-Up, a 7... Well, that thing looks like a 7-Up, but it looks like a 7-Eleven, just a 6 over there. Right, now I'm getting distracted. Anyways, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you guys for watching. If you would like more of this sort of content, I will continue to probably dig into this one, because it seems... I'm intrigued by it. It's just a little bit of a bigger thing to absorb than I was prepared to absorb, at least for right now. And, but yeah, go ahead and leave a like, comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe for more. I appreciate any support you guys get. The more this channel grows, the quicker we can get on to bigger and better projects, whatever those may be. I'm hoping at this point to try and push for 100 subscribers by the end of the month. I have seen a decent jump in exposure, or at least just growth, because I've been committing, putting videos out almost daily at this point. Okay, I did have like several breaks because Monster Hunter World and stuff, but regardless, you guys, it's if you like what I am trying to do here and become like another variety channel, then your support will help the channel grow, help me develop my skills, and help provide another hopefully healthy, happy platform for folks to have on their feed for daily digests and all that fun stuff. Main reason I'm doing this YouTube thing anyhow is because I look at my feed, and I get plenty of videos now and then. I don't find that much, but when I do have this moment of like, okay, not really doing it for me, I need some variety. I feel like I could feel that a little bit. I feel like I could, provide some extra variety for the pool. So anyways, yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. And thank you all for stopping by. This is FehtSama signing off for now. We'll catch you guys later as I hit my mic.